Some people claim that we have the world's best collection of clasp. Because we were part of the consortium that helped develop it. So we've got examples of Mark 2, 3, 3A, 3B, 4A, 4B, 5, 6, you name it, we've got an example of it somewhere in our portfolio. And for those of you that haven't dealt with it before, it's basically Meccano held together with bits of concrete and asbestos. It's a steel frame system, various types of external cladding, raft foundations. And the whole idea was it was designed to cope with mining subsidence. As a wave went through, as the seam collapsed, the building was supposed to flex and cope with it. Key thing is, we've got a lot of the old buildings, and we used asbestos in it a lot. And it's not just in the obvious places, like for fire protection. We designed it into damp areas, places like showers and swimming pools. And we used it in those lovely 1970s floor tiles. And it always amazes head teachers and site managers that their toilet systems and toilet seats, they're asbestos. So they can't just lob it in a skip. We've got a problem with it. So what we've been left with is an ageing building stock. Some of it's been partly refurbished over the years. And in some cases, we actually added extra asbestos in after the event, such as the tragic events in the Fairfield care home. A fire broke out, went through the voids, so a lot of retrofitting of fire breaks in ceiling voids. We put a lot of asbestos in. So we've got a lot of asbestos. How do we manage it? Well, we have 3 tiers of asbestos management. The council sets the policy. It produces the health and safety handbook. We have a compliance board of directors and senior managers who have the necessary powers, and that's quite important, because they can launch disciplinary investigations and redirect money from other people's budgets, which is never a popular move, but it's the sort of power you need. And we've set up a system of nominated property officers. The nominated property officer is the person who's in control of that building and holds the day-to-day maintenance budget for it. They're responsible and accountable for ensuring that health and safety systems are in place on site and that they are implemented. It's not just asbestos, it's about the Legionella, it's about the fire risk, etc. They can delegate responsibilities to their nominated property contact, but they can't get rid of the accountability. And for myself, the 3rd tier, I'm part of the compliance team. We deal, as I said, with Legionella, fire risk, and condition surveys, as well as asbestos. It's our job to maintain those asbestos registers. To do this, my team of 4 surveyors visit the 448 sites each year. We undertake an annual review of the register and the schematic plan, and we audit their local asbestos management plan. If we find problems, we give them advice. Point them in the right direction, give them some support. In some cases, people aren't willing to listen, in which case we can then go into the formal processes of issuing notifications with deadlines for actions, which potentially can be escalated all the way up to the compliance board. Well, with so many sites spread across such a diverse area, we need the ability to share our property-related information with the people that are occupying those buildings. In '97, we started working with Concerto to develop the P2 asset management system. So there are a variety of software packages and systems are available. But for us, P2, it's web-based. You can access In terms of budgets, I've got the massive amount of 50 grand a year to deal with all those high and medium risk asbestos across all those sites. You might be surprised to hear that it's usually underspent because we apply the principle that the project pays. If you're planning a building project, you've got to include the costs of your R&D surveys and the asbestos removals as part of your overall budget. And similarly, accidental damage by occupants, that's covered from the general maintenance budget.